1 Corinthians 5 and 15. So that's all pretty amazing evidence, not just intra-biblical evidence, but extra-biblical evidence that Jesus Christ was a real person. He lived a perfect life. He was crucified, died, and rose on the third day, and he is Lord and God over all. Gang violence. Not counting gang violence. Great.
That's a lot of people you tell.
It began like so many other events. A crisp September afternoon, a campus lawn filled with folding chairs, and a stage framed by banners. Utah Valley University buzzed with anticipation. Hundreds of students, parents, and community members gathered, eager to hear one of the most polarizing voices in America. Charlie Kirk, conservative commentator, founder of Turning Point USA, and a man who built his career on commanding a stage. For you of a nation on edge. A story where words become weapons, where divisions run deeper than ever, and where an ordinary afternoon in Utah marked the violent end of a movement's leader. To understand the shock of his death, we first need to understand the rise of Charlie Kirk. Because Kirk was not just another political figure. He was a phenomenon, one who went from an ambitious teenager with a dream to one of the most recognizable names in America's conservative movement. Born in 1993 in Arlington Heights, Illinois, Kirk grew up in a middle-class family. His early life was not marked by political fame or powerful connections. In fact, he described himself as media reach in the millions. Charlie Kirk had gone from an Illinois teenager with a laptop to a political heavyweight who could command headlines with a single tweet. Narrator, lower, slower. But with influence came enemies. For every student cheering his speeches, there was another shouting him down. For every donor writing checks, there were activists demanding his events be cancelled. Charlie Kirk thrived on that tension. Because to him, conflict wasn't a weakness. It was fuel. And it was that ability to thrive in controversy, to walk willingly into hostile rooms and leave with more followers than before, that made his eventual fall all the more shocking. Because Charlie Kirk had built his entire career on surviving the storm. Until the storm caught up with him. September 10, 2025. Utah Valley University. By mid-afternoon, the campus lawn was buzzing with energy. Screams pierced the silence as hundreds scrambled for safety. Some dropped to the ground, others ran blindly toward the exits. Witnesses described the chaos as immediate and overwhelming. One moment, a lecture. The next, a war zone. Charlie Kirk's death was more than a single act of violence. It was a mirror held up to America, reflecting a nation torn between voices, divided by beliefs, and consumed by anger. The investigation may bring justice. Courts may deliver a sentence. But the questions left behind are far heavier. What does it mean when ideas become weapons? When debate turns into destruction? For his supporters, Charlie Kirk's voice will live on, through the students he inspired, the movements he built, and the conversations he ignited. For his critics, his death is a chilling reminder that disagreement should never end in violence. And for the rest of us, it's a choice. We can watch the lines deepen, the hate grow, and the violence spread. Or we can step back, listen, and remember that every life, no matter what it stands for, is worth more than the argument. Charlie Kirk is gone. But the story of America is still being written. And it will be written by us. On the stage, Charlie Kirk staggered. The microphone fell from his hand, clattering against the wood as he collapsed. Blood spread across his shirt as gasps echoed through the crowd. Staff rushed toward him, shielding his body, while security scrambled to locate the shooter. In those critical seconds, confusion reigned. Some thought there were multiple shooters. Others believed it was fireworks or a prank. But the reality set in quickly. This was an attack, and Kirk had been struck. Within minutes, first responders swarmed the scene. Sirens wailed as ambulances pushed through the crowd. Officers directed panicked students away from the lawn, cordoning off the area with bright yellow tape. The once lively event space was now a crime scene, littered with abandoned water bottles, overturned chairs, and cell phones dropped in the rush to escape. As paramedics worked frantically to stabilize Kirk, police detained a suspect nearby. Witnesses reported seeing the figure sprinting through the crowd before being tackled by officers. Though details were unclear in those first chaotic minutes, one fact was certain: Charlie Kirk had been shot. At 4:10 p.m., less than 30 minutes after he stepped onto the stage, Charlie Kirk was pronounced dead. The man who built his life on commanding an audience, on winning debates and shaping the political landscape, had fallen before the eyes of hundreds. News spread almost instantly. Within an hour, headlines blazed across every major outlet. Phones buzzed with alerts. Social media feeds filled with disbelief, anger, and speculation. Across the nation, millions asked the same question: who wanted Charlie Kirk silenced, and why? Isolated act of violence, or part of something bigger? At press conferences, officials urged patience. The Utah County Sheriff's Office stressed the act of one man's rage, or the symptom of something much deeper within America.